All right, today we're diving deep. We're not just looking at a story. We are plunging headfirst into the dark, gritty opening of the novel Reign of Loner. And trust me, this is a journey that starts at absolute rock bottom. Ooh, just take that in for a second. That's not just a line in a book. That's an assault on your senses. It's the very first thing our main character experiences, and it tells you everything you need to know. That isn't just the smell of an alley. That's the smell of despair.
So who's our guy? This is Adam Wilson. And when we meet him, he is not a hero. He's not even a survivor. Not yet. He's been thrown out like trash. His story literally begins where most people's stories would end for good.
So how in the world did he get here? This first part, it's all about the total and complete collapse of his life, a collapse that pushed him right to the end of the line. You can almost feel it. Every breath is like grinding glass in his lungs from cracked ribs. He can taste his own blood. But as bad as all that is, the physical pain, it's got nothing on the betrayal that put him there. That's what really shattered him.
To really understand how devastating this fall is, you've got to see the heights he thought he'd reached. So let's rewind a little bit and look at the perfect life, or more accurately, the perfect lie, that was built for the sole purpose of being torn down.
Can you believe that just hours before he's lying broken in a dumpster, he hears this from his girlfriend, Lena? It feels like it was said in another lifetime, doesn't it? A memory of warmth, of feeling loved. Just a simple, happy moment.
And you got to understand, Lena was everything to him. Before her, Adam's life was pretty miserable. Constant bullying, total isolation. She was his shield, his confidence. He built his entire reality around her, which is exactly what makes what comes next so unbelievably cruel. And here it is, the moment his world explodes. One click, one video file. It's a sex tape, and it shows his girlfriend, Lena, with the guy who's been bullying him his entire life, Fredrik Coulson. This wasn't an accident. The cruelty was the whole point.
And just to twist the knife, the video ends with this taunt from Fredrik. It's not just "we got caught." It's an invitation, a challenge. And just like that, the quiet, broken Adam is gone, replaced by pure rage, and he runs, head first, right into their trap.
Of course, he takes the bait. How could he not? And this is where things go from emotionally devastating to just brutally physical. And it all goes down so fast. He gets to the motel room, kicks in the door, and for maybe a single second, he has the element of surprise. But then Friedrich's friends swarm in from the other room. It was never going to be a fair fight. It was an ambush.
As he's on the floor, getting kicked, Lena delivers the final blow. And her words, man, they hurt way more than any punch ever could. The entire relationship, his entire world for months, was just a game. A sick, twisted game designed to do exactly this, break him.
And then Friedrich takes it from cruel to something monstrous. He threatens Adam's family, his stepsister, his stepmom. And suddenly, this isn't about a broken heart anymore. This is about the only good thing he has left in his life.
The beating is just savage. They leave him a bloody mess and toss him in a dumpster like a bag of garbage. This is it. This is rock bottom. And in that stinking darkness, Adam Wilson decides, you know what? It's just easier to die. But right there, at the absolute edge, when he's about to just let go, something impossible happens. The story takes a hard left turn from this gritty, realistic tragedy into, something else entirely.
I want you to picture this. You're in absolute filthy blackness, and suddenly, this beautiful, impossible point of silver blue light just appears. He's sure he's hallucinating. The brain's final fireworks show before it shuts down for good.
And then the light speaks. The voice isn't human. It's ancient, calm. But underneath that calm, there's this hint of amusement that is absolutely terrifying. This doesn't sound like a savior. This sounds like a predator that just found its perfect meal. The power this thing has is just absolute. A wave of energy washes over him, and his broken body is instantly fixed. Bones snap back into place, wounds seal up. The pain doesn't just fade, it's gone. It's a miracle. But you have to ask, right? What's the catch?
Because that's what brings us to this final, critical moment. This is no rescue mission. This is a recruitment pitch. An offer is being made, a deal right there in the filth of the alley.
And see, this voice,
It knows exactly what buttons to push. It starts with the purest thing in his heart, his fear for his family. He just failed to protect himself. But what if? What if he could have the power to make sure they were always safe?
Then it pivots. It goes for the darkness, for that raw, burning rage that's bubbling right under all the pain. The part of him that wants to make them feel exactly what he just felt, to see that same terror in their eyes.
And finally, it makes the ultimate offer. This is the big one. It's not about safety anymore. It's not even about revenge. It's about total, absolute power. The kind of power that ensures no one can ever, ever hurt you again, because they're all too afraid to even try.
And that right there, that's the core question of this entire story, laid bare in this one moment. The power he's being offered could go either way. He could become a benevolent king, a protector, or he could become a tyrant, making sure no one can hurt him by hurting them first.
So, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? He can lie there and die as the victim, or he can take this dark gift and become something else, something powerful. It's a terrifying choice, and it really leaves you wondering, if you were in that alley, what would you choose?